Welcome to Kansas Speedway here for the Racers Elite tonight. 12 drivers showed up for this race. I don't really have much race info. It's 105 laps, I believe. I'm correct on that. Yes, 105 laps on that. Going to pull up the starting grid right now. This is just kind of a fun race that they wanted to have, so they threw this together. So first is Sean Boundy. Second, Kirby Wayne Scott. Third, Joe Hudson. Fourth, Andrew Teth. Fifth, Jeff Dillon. Sixth, Truth Hoke. Seventh, Troy Thomas. Eighth, Matt Mettler. Ninth, Rick L. Kennedy. 10th, Alan Bergen. 11th, Greg McConey. And 12th was Zach Lockett. Need to get everybody to grid here. Pull up my trading paints also, so I can be ready to give them a paint refresh. It's already trying to load some other paint schemes. It's a very quiet track, evidently, too. Wait for one of them to roll off here. See, I do have sound. That's just very, very, very quiet. Sounds a little bit better there. I'll have to boost this up just a little bit more for you all to be able to even hear anything. Don't know how the fuel is here. Might be not sure what their fuel load is. They might be able to make it. They'll be able to make about probably 50-ish laps on fuel if I had to guess. That's being generous too, because even then, I don't think you would be able to. We'll be able to go that long on it. Fixing one of these logos up here also at the same time too. Next gen cars though, so I do like these cars a lot. I'm very fond of them. Refresh will happen now. I about forgot to give them all that. The pace car will pull in here. Starter will have the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Like, I do have to have that up a little bit louder because this is a very, very quiet track. And my volume mixer is, yeah, my volume mixer is all the way where it should be, but this track is oddly quiet for something like this. Might be where there's not that many cars racing around it. And I can think of it being normally a lot louder than what it is right now. It's at the moment. But Sean will lead these first couple laps. Joe is still looking to the inside. This is Kirby that we're looking at right now at the moment. Sean has run away with this. Wayne Scott, this is basically second to about 8th, I believe. No, 9th. Yeah, 9th all the way back here. All racing for position. Some guys running the bottom and top. You have the 88s. Being gutsy. And he's running the middle. I don't know how that's going to work for him, though. That might end up a little bit bad for him. We'll just have to see if it does. Thank you there, Jake. I did not see your comment there now. Yeah, I was going to say, this track just sounds very, very quiet. However, I do see that it's getting over boosted. The back stretch, so take that down just a little bit. Andrew finally was able to get ahead, scooch ahead just a little bit. That's a throwback paint scheme. I know it's a throwback though. I think it is. I was ran in the late 90s. The Mettler looks like he's trying to look inside of Joe actually is going to decide to go outside. He realizes that this might be a little bit of a better line for him. He's going to try to get that car wound up on the high line and get a good run. And I think he's able to get a pretty decent one going around here now. He's going to be side by side with him. Now, who will Wayne Scott go with? Wayne will decide to not really go with anybody. I don't know if he's not close enough to go with anyone at that moment. I don't think he was. Andrew's going to go. High line. Everybody else high line. I don't know if you... For me, when I ran this high line, I ran the fixed stuff. It was actually burning off the tires and the exit. I don't know if Sean... It's early on in this run, so... Can't tell if anybody's burning them off quite just yet. We'll actually listen here for a little bit. I can hear the tires a little bit. I don't have them as loud as I normally do. On this rig at least. This is the broadcasting one. On my actual racing rig, it doesn't sound like it's loose. I can hear a tire screaming, but it kind of sounds like it may be the right front that's having a lot of weight put on it, because he is up in the high line, so you're really leaning on it. You're not really leaning on that rear at all, for that right rear tire. And off exit. Now, if you hang it out, then yes, you will burn it straight off. Yeah, that's way higher than the rest. Proof just poking that nose out. He's running a little bit higher than Dylan and Teff. See if he does it again. They kind of moved up a little bit that time. He was still up there pretty high, though. Up a little bit, but at least Dylan moved up some. Ooh, that's not what you want to see if you're Hope. Hope just got a little bit loose. That's how you burn the rear off, is you're leaning on it hard. He's gonna get in the wall here soon. No, he's making it work. I'm afraid that he's diving it in there a little bit too deep, and when he leans on that right front, it's just gonna keep burning off. It's gonna burn off that right rear, sorry, because he gets in deep and he's probably getting back to the throttle pretty aggressively. See if I can see what he's doing. Oh, that's how you get in the wall too. Is yeah, you're right there. I think he was a little bit too high. Yeah, he's got some right front damage. I don't think that's really any major damage. Sean's wrapping that high line. However, he has kind of fallen off. He probably is laid back just a little bit. 12 laps into 105 lap race. He doesn't really have to push too hard, and I guess he's probably realized that. Yeah, he just lost 2/10 that lap too. You gotta be careful about that. If he loses too much time, they're gonna catch that draft of him. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to get him, but they might turn it up some. We'll see what he does now. I would be worried if you're gonna he can lay off. He can afford to do it, so he can not heat up those tires. I just want him to be laying back incredibly hard. I'd be worried about them getting a massive run on me. That time he actually kept it pretty even, so he may have realized that, hey, I can't keep going as hard as, or I can't keep laying back as much as I am, because they're going to start catching me. As Burton was in the pit on lap 11. I'm not sure why I can think of is he's smoked the wall at some point, done something similar to that. He's incredibly new to iRacing. I can see just from that he has his IR is 221. That is an incredibly new iRacer. So I guarantee he probably got in the wall or something like that. You can see how much he's moving the wheel around. He's got a really low entry too. He's hitting the apron multiple times. This is a guy that's still learning to race. Yeah, Teft and Dylan aren't really catching him now. Dylan's not much help to Teft. He's 4/10 behind, so he can't give him a shove. He still is in the draft of Teft, but I just don't see. I don't know. Sean lost a little bit of time there, as Dylan just uses that wall to get a good run. I had somebody do that at me at Darlington this week. Literally just sailed it back from like 8/10 behind me in the last corner. That was for 5th position. I did protest, and I think I actually won that protest too. It was funny. It really was, watching a guy just sail it around on the outside. I mean, he downshifted and just let it rip. Lockett was in this race, but he has disappeared. I had to guess pit stops, maybe lap. What is their fuel load actually? Let me find that out. Find that out for certain. 100% fuel, no, 75% fuel, so probably 40-ish, lap 40 when their fuel run should be. I'm correct? Yeah, maybe lap 40-ish is when their pit stop will happen. But we will go on a commercial break here very quickly, since these guys are almost 20 laps into the race at the moment.
All of our customers are going to be pleased with their outcome, because if they're not, we will go above and beyond to bring them back and make sure that they are happy. I'm Rob Wheely, and I'm the CEO of Owl. To you.
as we are back here, 26 laps of 105 done currently. Everybody else pretty much is spaced out. No one is really near each other for racing, honestly, to be completely clear. Honest with you, Dylan, however, got around Teft. See what he's dealing with handling wise. Tight back corner. See what it does next turn. See here what it gives him. I don't know. It just feels like it sounds like it's tight for him. Let's see what it does off 3 and 4 here. Yeah, I don't know what. I just had one bad corner. Let's listen to Dylan right now at the moment. Like I was gonna say, he's downshifting. That's smart to do. And it's a down, he's upshift and with that in frustration. She's gonna lose a little bit of time because of that. Yeah, so he's trying to get this car to turn. He's tight. You might want to. He's downshifting a little bit later in the corner. You might want to do it a little bit earlier to get the car to rotate. But it's definitely helping him rotate. As Bergen is down pit road. He's going to pull off. Looks like he's going to... No, he's going to jump to his pits, actually. These two are really the main battle that's happening right now. Dylan and Teft going to go at it. Teft going to try to... That's a weird move. I think he went to try to side draft, and Dylan didn't even... He wanted none of that. I think Dylan might have just let him by there. That's a really odd thing to see from him. He just kind of just pulled over and just let him go. You don't see that a lot of the time. Got Hoke and Greg McConey racing each other. One is running a, that's a Rick Ware racing paint scheme. Honestly, Rick Ware this year is Rick Ware racing. Surprisingly, not been absolutely horrible. They were, remember they were running top 10 at Bristol, and I was actually at that race. I was like, you got to be kidding me! Rick Ware Racing is in the top 10, and they're actually being like legitimately competitive, and that's what they've been this whole year. Which anybody knows anything about Rick Ware Racing, they are pretty much the laughing stock of NASCAR. They suck horribly. They've notoriously been horrible in everything that they run. Kaz Grall has not been bad. Haley has not been bad either. I believe they have a partnership with Penske now, so that's also giving them a little bit more competition to gauge themselves off of. Also get support from them. Wise, I believe Rick Ware Racing was actually started basically for Cody Ware, who doesn't, and he's not racing NASCAR. No, he's reinstated by NASCAR and hasn't raced this season, I believe. Yeah, he's not too good. Jeff Dillon has entered pit road on his own. So this is lap 34 of 105. So lap 34, he's going to go to lap 72-ish. I'll give him that much right there. Might be a little bit early. Greg McConey's down pit road also. Actually a decent split of manufacturers in this race. Actually, you normally see more Chevys than anything. There's only 3 Chevys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Fords. 1, 2, 3, 4 Toyotas. As Sean is down pit road. Looks like this is probably the end of their fuel run that they have, so they have to come down pit road. If they don't, they're going to start running out of fuel. Hoke and Thomas come down also, so yeah, this definitely times when pit stops happen. One thing you could do is run it long and just see what happens. You know, if you, because the way Sean's going to run out, it's going to be between Sean and somebody else. See if maybe you can just beat him on a fuel mileage, short pit him the last pit stop, something like that. Thought Troy might have sped there. I was wrong on that. This chair needs to be secured down. See, that's an 88, or it looks like, no, that's a 00. It looks like the 88, but it's not. So Andrew still needs to come down pit road. There's 5 drivers that still haven't came out yet to get their first pit stop of the race done at least. This is how much tires matter. So up front, the top 5 are people that haven't pitted. Everybody else below them they have pitted. So that's the tire difference there as Andrew comes down pit road that lap. So Joe will inherit the lead from this. He may have to, yeah, he'll have to come down too. He's running it a little bit longer, which is not a bad option at all. Go probably, you get to like lap 45 at the most. I mean, you could always run it to where you're about to run out too. That's a possibility also. Yeah, he's gonna run it probably till, give him lap 43 is when I say he'll come down pit road. Probably around on that general number. He may come down pit road. Let's just see how long he stays out at the moment. But he is losing some. They're losing some time right now. There's 3 people that haven't came in. Kennedy, Mettler, and Hudson have yet to come down pit road at the moment. So they need to do that. As there he comes down pit road. Locks it up a little bit, trying to get down on the apron, but no smoke comes from it. Gets down to pit road speed in time, so it does a good job of that. See him come down pit road, get his work done. That'll leave actually 1 driver. He comes down. Mettler is going to run his car probably dry as it could be. We'll really get to see how long he can go on fuel. Sean, he's probably going to make up, I guarantee, probably like 2 seconds a lap. Just looking at time, and he's already running 1.5 seconds faster than Mettler. And this is just complete tires right now. Sean actually, how did... No, okay, I was going to say Tef pitted... Yeah, 4 laps after Sean. I was so confused how Sean was like way far ahead on on that right there. See what Mettler's dealing with his handling conditions. At least I can probably hear it. Tight. He downshift, so fix that issue. But yeah, look at how low his RPMs get. He's actually coming down pit road right now. So he'll be the last car coming to pit road, and Sean is gonna snatch that lead back that he had. Let me get my phone here for a minute. See what are they doing. Mettler has a, I thought he had a, yeah, that's where he almost slipped through his box there. It kind of looked like it there, just kind of them pulling out of it. But we're gonna go on board here with, let's do each driver for, yeah, let's do each driver for 2 laps. We'll start with Sean here when he gets back to start finish line. I've known Sean from other races. I can't even think of where, but I do know that I've saw that name somewhere else before. All right, let's start here with Sean. I think we will stop that there. Lap 61 of 105 done. Pit stops in 10-ish laps, I would say, possibly, is when they should be happening. I don't think we'll see any before that, and then we should have, I don't know, see how far they can go. They may be able to make it on one last pit stop. If they do, it'll be close. Did they do that? They might. We're gonna have to see how long they go. If they make it to lap 70, then that's gonna be their last pit stop. You can go about 41 laps. So I say run it as dry as you can. We got Dylan and Teft kind of going back at it again. Dylan's gotten into the wall a couple of times. Teft has kept his relatively out of the wall. I don't know if he's downshifting or not. Let's see if he is. I don't know. He's in 5th right now. He's staying in 5th. Dylan's in 4th. He's got really tight off that corner. He's into upshift here. He's letting him by, actually. He's done that twice now. He's let him by. I was kind of confused because I saw him lift pretty heavily. He just let that car go straight on by him. Didn't want to really put up too much of a fight with him at all. Sean has now started to lap some more people. He's gotten almost a 15-second lead. He's done a really good job of just getting out there, and he's honestly been the guy to beat the whole entire night. And I don't really think I can see them getting anywhere close to him unless, like, he absolutely smokes the wall, and he could honestly get away with running relatively safe. He doesn't have to get up close to it at all, and he could probably honestly ride in 5th, but that might cook the right front. He's not going to be able to downshift, so it'll be a little bit of a choice from him on what he wants to do. As me personally, I don't know. I don't think you're going to really hurt it running like that. That's just me, at least, though. Nedler's going to get on by him because he has a little bit fresher tires. As Wayne Scott is down pit road. Somebody is in the wall behind him, though. I could hear, I'm not sure who it was, but somebody definitely was in the wall. Yeah, they're going to kind of swallow Sean whole at the moment. Sean's probably just seeing cars go by him left and right. He's like, what is going on? He probably feels like he's running really slow. He's not. Hopefully he doesn't think he is, because he's got a 15-second lead. So he's doing a really good job right now at the moment. I really wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't lap up to maybe 5th. That's pushing it. Yeah, it's kind of pushing it. I don't know. Pushing it pretty far. Just have to see on that. I think he might be able to do that, though. Might be able to do that. Everybody else is really near each other. Teft got around Dylan. Dylan, he didn't put up a fight either. That's what I'm a little bit confused for, because like I mean, I could hear him plain as day just lift out the throttle and just let him go right on by. He didn't even try to make him work for that position. That might be just a move by him. Maybe he's trying to save more fuel, something around that. One thing I think that he would do that for. We'll wait for these guys to, I was going to say we're going to do some more commercials, but I want to wait till they get to their final pit stop, which should be any time soon. Sean's coming down this time. Yep. He was really low on the track. I had a feeling he was coming down that time now. So Sean's going to be the first driver who makes his, what should be final pit stop of the race. Let's see if it's 4 tires and fuel for him. If it is 4 in fuel, then he should be good till the end of it. He can honestly take time to get it full of fuel too, because he's got such a big lead. He doesn't have to go out there and be nervous about anything else. That'll be 4 tires. Heft is down, Dylan's down, Troy, they're all down. Pit road also. So that'll give the lead to Hudson, but Hudson will have to pit, so it will then go to McConey. Metler pitted on lap 45, so he should have to pit relatively later in the cycle. He may be banking that those tires can do something for him. I don't really think they can, just because of the lead that Sean has. Sean has such a big lead. Sorry, I did not see that red line racing. I completely forgot about that. I need to. I'm going to look up that channel very quickly, but I'll wait to do that. The Metler, yeah, Metler's going to be the last guy to pit out of this whole group. Sean has lost a little bit of time, but he's going to be gaining that back here really easily. That time will just be chopped off extremely fast. So he shouldn't be worrying at all there. And he probably isn't worrying either, from being completely honest with you. Probably just driving around, he's like, yeah, this is kind of how it is. AFV, that's not what I was trying to type in. America's Funniest Home Videos is probably not what I meant to put for that. That's what I was going to do. See Sean, he's already chopped off 2 seconds from that lead, so excuse me. Chopping off that much time just shows you, and he's chopped off another second. So that shows you how much of a difference this makes, just tires alone. Which is a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Finally working for me now. I'm trying to find out something here very quickly. Okay, good, it does work. I'm not seeing stuff. I'm not going crazy yet. Metler, yeah, Metler's going to come down pit road finally. He was the last driver that had to pit. He'll be good till the end. The only thing I could really see Sean botching is if he somehow pitted a little bit earlier than what he needed to. I don't think he would make that mistake though. And even if he did, he can honestly run like half throttle and still save some fuel there with the way that, or with how far ahead he is. But now if these guys have gotten their pit stops done, we will go to a commercial break, but we will be right back.
All of our customers are going to be pleased with their outcome, because if they're not, we will go above and beyond to bring them back and make sure that they are happy. I'm Rob Wheely, and I'm the CEO of Alloy Wheels. This to you.
At Capital Subaru, we value your time, whether you're here for service or working with our amazing sales team. Everything is right here for your convenience. We offer a great selection of Subarus, an industry-leading service center that keeps you moving, and so much more. Like our living green wall, just one of the many features throughout our dealership. Looking for the perfect pet gift? Check out Happy Paws Pet Shop right here in our lobby. Or plan your next adventure in our fireside seating and find your happy place. It's always your time at Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
And we are back here with 20 to go. With, that's not leader, Sean leading 15 seconds over Dylan right now. Teft might be able to get back around Dylan. I'm to message somebody who I broadcasted for very quickly at the same time. But Sean, he's got such a big lead. We'll look at Jeff. You can probably see Teft here in the background of it also. Apparently I can't type. My English is not Englishing right now. I wonder if Dylan's still running that fourth gear. No, he's still in fifth. So the reason I'm looking at that is because you're going to be a lot more stable on exit. The issue is with that is you're not going to get off very well. You're going to be really tight in because you don't have that braking power that the car normally has. Just engine braking alone is pretty effective. I found that out. So that's why you kind of see a lot of guys that are pretty tight. Yeah, everybody else has gotten so spaced out. I mean, we've got McConey might catch Hudson, or no, sorry. Wayne Scott might catch McConey here. That's a... God. Oh, that burns. Sorry, my cat scratched me 2 days ago because I was messing with her, and it's like right on my palm of my hand, and it's the smallest scratch in the world, but it hurts. I just pressed it down, and you wouldn't think something this small burns, but it does, and it's... It didn't even break the skin. Devil. He might be able to catch him. I don't know. What's lap times? Oh no, he just lost 2/10 that lap. Never mind. Throw that out the window. I can't speak English. English is hard. English don't work good at all. I have no idea what I just knocked down either. That's a tight. Oh, that's a tight car right there. It is not a. That's not something that you want to see, especially if you're behind someone. That right there is definitely a little bit nerve-wracking, for sure. I would not want to be the guy behind that because I've saw many people. They get a little bit tight on exit, and then the person behind them just runs them over because they genuinely can't slow down in time. It's just gonna happen every now and then. Sean, Dylan's actually kind of kept it even. I mean, Sean got out there, but he's not. I don't know if he honestly probably hasn't been pushing hard at all. He's probably been laying off pretty much because the gaps actually stayed relatively the same. Got up to 15 seconds and kind of just stopped from there. That moment, it was just like, hey, we're just gonna quit stretching it out. There's no need to. Save the tires for later if he has to push hard if something drastic happens where he absolutely bobbles and almost smokes the wall or something like that. Wait, nope. There we go. Excellent. A little bit more spread out there now. Yeah, Sean's just. I think Sean's just really taking it patient right now. see. I don't know why his just wants to stay on top of everything, so I can't see any news that I've gotten. But 5 laps to go here. Oh, we may have Hudson might catch Teft here. He's gotten up to him. He's within 0.6 of him right now. And he ran 0.2 faster last lap also. So he might be able to catch him. Very well is a possibility. I think Andrew is probably getting really tight on entry because if he's still doing what he did earlier, he's just not going to be able to get that turn on the car that he needs. And we saw it. He was just not. It was not working for him like that. And I think that's what he's struggling with right now because he's about to get this position lost here. It seems like. Just depends on how. Yeah, he's definitely tied in because he's losing all of it on that. It'll be 3 to go here. These two might get to racing again. Maybe start swapping some paint. If Andrew will decide to downshift, I don't think he will. I don't think he's gonna be able to get back to him, but Sean, only thing he's hoping for right now is just the white flag. He wants to see the white flag go in the air, and as soon as he sees that, he could really care less what's going to happen. He's like, just get me the white flag. That is all that matters to me. As the white flag will be in the air now for Sean Boundy. One more time around here, he could honestly just run 50% throttle, and he'll be able to take home the win here really, really easily with the lead that he has. Yeah, I think he's realized that he's getting way to the bottom. Letting the car go by him. Yeah, he's probably running half throttle right now. As he will easily take home this win here. Not even a challenge from anybody. Basically the whole entire race here. Sean will win it. Jeff Dillon second. Looks like Joe Hudson will come home third. And let me get into one of the rooms to make sure that one of them don't get in here on accident, because they tend to do that a little bit every now and then. But Sean will come home with the win. An easy win for him. Just a little fun race that they wanted to put up here. We'll burn it down here now. It looks like a kind of honorary lap right there. We will bring in the top 3 drivers from this race. Let me get Joe Hudson in here. Can I drag people? I can. Let me ask for Joe. Joe Hudson, Jeff Dillon. Asking for them to go. Okay, there goes somebody through the grass. You get them in here very quickly. There we go. So let's go with Joe Hudson first. Hey Joe, this is Bryson Booth. Have a copy, man.
Hey, how are you?
Man, so how did the race go for you overall, though? And especially, how did your car feel there towards the end? Because you were able to chase down Andrew there at the end of it.
Oh, well, I got so far behind there at the start trying to save tires. Had to take a 2-tire stop there on the end. I was surprised it worked out and I was able to catch him. But man, this is a long night. We were all just looks like we're racing for first in class there because Sean sure had us covered.
Yeah, Sean was definitely getting out to a big league. But what gear were you running this whole entire race? Were you running in fourth or fifth? Because some guys were running in fourth, some were running in fifth, some were kind of in between those two.
Oh, I put it in fifth, and the only time I shifted was coming in the pits.
Yeah, I was gonna say there. So how did the car handle overall though? Because it seemed like people were really dealing with more tight conditions as the run went on.
Yeah, at nighttime conditions like this, it's real tight, and the track's a lot faster. There's so much more grip. Uh, Still trying to figure out, the lighter, the less fuel load, and how hard you can go, and how to manage your tires. But I said I don't really think it would have mattered tonight because man, Sean was fast. He's the one you need to be asking.
Yeah, he definitely was the
See
fast guy.
if he tells you, let me know.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
No, I just thank Andrew for hosting and you guys for covering. Wish we could have had a few more cars in that. I know we kind of got spread out, but it's just it was good fun night, and we'll try it again Thursday.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job coming home third tonight, man.
Thank you.
That was Joe Hudson, the third place driver. We will bring in the second place driver and Jeff Dillon. Oh, he left. Crap. Well, we will skip him. Yeah, we'll just go to Sean. Hey, Sean, this is Bryson Booth. Have a copy, man.
Yeah, I got you.
And so you pretty much just wiped the floor with them. How did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because it seemed like you were literally just the car to beat from the drop of the green flag.
I mean, you can't sugarcoat it. It's hard to be humble when you know how big of a lead that I picked up for this race. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it did feel a bit like the Sunday cruise. I ran more practice laps than I did race laps, actually. Bunch of 20-lap runs, trying different ratios, and getting a feel for how the tire fall off was, and hoping that you could just run it hard. I felt like the way my driving style was for this track, I could run it pretty decently hard, and as long as I saved and I didn't turn the wheel too much, I can hold the pace and the line that I was running. Put the left side tires on the same spot every single corner. You don't eat them up, you don't abuse them, and I just love these tracks. These up against the wall, these kind of Kyle Larson type tracks, Homestead and Kansas and Darlington. Those are some of my favorite tracks.
So what gear were you running the whole time? Because some guys were doing fifth, some guys were doing fourth. And from my experience, you have to run fourth in the corners and the fifth on the backstretch.
Well, that was part of my my exercises during practice. I ran fifth the whole race. Only dropped a gear coming down pit road. I felt like I was running about 2/10 slower every time I dropped it down to fourth. So for the race, I just stayed in fifth, and aside from that, I'm looking in my mirror. I didn't have any reason to try to change anything, so just hung on to that. Feel like if I ran fourth more, it would just abuse the tires a little bit because I just have more bite getting off the corner, and it just might hurt the long run speed. So yeah, we just hung out there in fifth.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may be watching the stream here tonight?
I appreciate Andrew for putting the Racers Elite and everything on, and these little events. Whenever I get a chance, it's fun to come in here. So I appreciate that, and I got to go back and watch broadcasts, and um, thanks for putting that on and for being out here and joining us, so everybody can come out and view it and have a good time. Aside from that, I mean, if you couldn't tell, my car is Star Wars themed, and on the side it really just says "sponsor me" in a different language, playfully, of course. I'm not seriously looking for sponsors, but it'd be cool to have some.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job coming home with the win, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That was Sean, the race winner. I will go over the finishing order here now. First, Sean Bounty. Second, Jeff Dillon. Third, Joe Hudson. Fourth, Andrew Teth. Fifth, Greg McConey. Sixth, Kirby Wainscott. Seventh, Matt Metler. Eighth, Troy Thomas. Ninth, Rick L. Kennedy. 10th, Truth Hoke. 11th, Alan Bergen. And 12th is Zach Lockett. I will not keep you here any longer, so I will let you all go.